Can twin flames be just friends? And this question is perhaps by some considered controversial. If you were to say that the answer is yes, some people might reject that because they have this belief that the purpose of twin flames is for you to be romantically with them. And you can do that. You can do that. It's easy to do. And it's up to you what you're going to do with your twin flame. It's actually, it turns out, not up to them. If you're going to be just friends, or if you're going to be lovers, or nothing, maybe you don't want to have anything to do with them, whatever. But it's not preordained. It's not destiny. It's not really the purpose of twin flames for you to be with them, but you can cause that to happen, and it's very easy. And I've got good news for you. You get to decide what you're going to do with your twin flame. And we're going to talk about that specifically. We're going to talk about doing and what that means with regard to your twin flame. What am I doing with my twin flame? Am I dating them? Am I just friends? Am I not having anything to do with them? It's completely up to you guys. And that's the secret about this that I figured out. That's why my twin flame is permanently in my life. And I've helped so many people, also you guys, as a leading twin flame coach, the world's leading twin flame coach. I've coached over 3,000 people. So what's the deal? Can you be just friends with your twin flame? Yeah, or you can be romantically with them. It's completely up to you to decide. But you have to start with the soul. That's the answer. That's the key to understanding this. And it's kind of hard for people to grasp what I call soul stuff, right? But I've thought of some clever ways to explain it, and I'm going to share that with you right now. So let's start with the basics. You are a three-part triune being. Body, mind, soul. Everybody knows that, right? Body, mind, soul. Also, everybody knows that you and your twin flame are the same soul. Okay, so what happens if you approach this with your twin flame through the mind? I'll tell you what happens. They run away, they reject you, they resist, they pull away, they friend zone you, they don't want to have anything to do with you, they block you, whatever. It's not happening, it's not working, whatever, right? Now, what happens if you approach this through the soul, which is what you and your twin flame are together? They come in, they want to talk to you, they take interest in you, and they don't leave you alone, which is kind of nice, actually, because that's what you wanted. You wanted them to be physically in your life. And then it is at that time that you get to choose what you're going to do with your twin flame. So here's how to do that. Let's talk about this. So this top one that I have crossed out, this is what all humans do. This is the mistake that humans make on planet Earth. Everything that humans are up to in life is approached through this modality. I have to do certain things to have certain things, and then I'll be certain things. So for example, I have to do work, and then I'll have money, and then I'll be fulfilled, happy, complete, right? Which is kind of dumb because everybody knows money doesn't make you happy, but that doesn't stop people from doing that anyway, does it, right? Okay, I have to chase my twin flame, get them to talk to me. I gotta talk to them or not talk to them. I gotta do these things or maybe not do these other things over here, some kind of doing, some action. I gotta do something about my twin flame to have them, and then I'll be happy, I'll be fulfilled because my twin flame will be there with me. Right, and that's not working for you, is it? You got to flip it around, guys, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to flip it around right now. So to flip it around, you just have to understand these three things. Now, the reason you got to flip it around is that being is what I called soul stuff. Doing and having is mind stuff. And here's a piece of ancient wisdom. And like I always say, the twin flame journey is really just the true spiritual journey. This is 10,000-year-old traditional Zen spiritualism. That's all this is with your twin flame. You just have to go in here to where your soul is, which is your twin flame. You are one soul. Okay, you actually take your focus off the person. But what is it that focuses on the person? Is it really you? Is it really you? Because you are the soul. Right? You're not your mind. But everybody on earth believes that they are their mind. Everybody on earth believes that they are this personality, ego, right? Your sense of self, who you believe you to be, is a personality, but that's not who you are. The personality is the mind. It's based in thought, and I'm not even saying that's bad. That's just what that is. Well, when you approach this through the mind with your twin flame person, the mind focuses on that person. And here's why. Here's the ancient spiritual teaching that I'm going to share with you. The mind is duality. And again, I'm not saying that's bad. That's just what that is. Duality, there's lots of labels that have been thrown around over the years, but it's more of an abstract concept. Duality is, all right? But you may have heard labels like yin yang, light dark, right? Alpha omega, divine feminine, divine masculine, push pull, right? Duality, that's how the mind works. I feel good, I feel bad. I like it, I don't like it. It's right, it's wrong. Past, future. And that's just how our universe of form functions. And the mind is part of that universe of form. Well, the soul is formless. It transcends the universe. It was there before the universe. Okay, so here's the thing about this. Doing and having are both duality. And again, I'm not saying that's bad. That's just what that is. The mind has a very specific purpose. It has a very important use, okay? But it can never do soul stuff. The mind is not the soul. Only the soul can do soul stuff. So why are these two things duality, doing and having? Well, I got to do something about my twin flame. I don't need to do anything. Do, not do. Or have, not have. Do, not do, have, not have. That's duality. That's the mind. And the energy of your mind pushes your twin flame away. When you're thinking about them, focusing on them, feeling emotions, like, or when you see someone telling you that you have to send healing energy to your twin flame, and you have to heal them, and you have to connect with them in the 5D, that's also duality. So don't listen to that. You don't need to connect to them in the 5D, guys. You already are your twin flame. You are the soul. You guys are already one soul. It is not necessary for you to connect to them. That's what you already are. Okay? There's no need. Because see, here's the thing. That's duality again. There's a me and there's a you. There's myself and there's the other. And so when you approach this through the mind and you say things like, I need to connect with them in the 5D, right off the bat, you're already treating this like you are separate from them, and you are not. The mind is duality, so it's going to view everything you do as being separate from you, including this other person. But this person is you. That's the thing that people, like I said, have a hard time grasping about this, okay, is that this is soul stuff, and it's not what you're accustomed to. It's not what you're used to. You're used to doing something about everything, and usually that works out okay because you approach things through the mind, through the personality, it's duality, and everything else is separate from you, at least it appears to be, but your twin flame isn't. And you need to stop treating them like they are separate from you. And because they're not separate from you, there is no other for you to do anything about or to have. You follow me? Okay? So you don't need to heal your twin flame. You don't need to send them energy, because what you're doing is you're treating them like they are a separate entity from you, right? And they are not separate from you at all. They are you. The mind is what believes they are separate. And when you live through the ego personality, it views everything as separate. Now, what about this? What about being? Let's talk about that one for a second. Being is not duality. That's why you have to put being first, guys. This is how you get your twin flame to come back. And then you get to pick what you're going to do or have with your twin flame. And it does not matter what order doing and having go in. It doesn't matter as long as they come after being. Now, here's the thing about being. It has no opposite. Even after so-called death, what people call death, when you do the thing that we call die, do you actually die? Right? Do you actually die? You're a soul. The soul is consciousness, not thought. The mind is thought. And I'm not saying that's bad, that's just what that is. The personality, ego, the mind, it's all thought-based. But the soul is not thought, it's consciousness, it's awareness, it's being. And when you do the thing that we call die, the mind goes away, the body goes away. What's left? The real, actual you. Timeless, formless, eternal soul. Consciousness. Okay? So even after so-called death, you don't cease to be. You continue to be. So, can you not be? Is being duality? No, it isn't. Be, not be? Well, you can't not be. All you can do is be. That's all there is with being. Okay? So that's the soul. That's soul stuff. The soul is always existing. It's always the conscious presence, the awareness. And that's why I'm always directing you guys to, read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, for example. Watch the Samadhi movie, Samadhi, Samadhi. It's on YouTube. Go watch that movie. Read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Learn about what the soul is. That's your twin flame, guys. Okay, and if you focus on being, then the doing and the having, they just come as a byproduct, as a result. It's just what happens when you focus on being first. Doing and having with your twin flame, it's just automatic. It just happens, and it's just going to unfold naturally the way it was meant to, as long as you're focusing on being. And being is not thought, right? Because it's consciousness. Consciousness is not thought. That's the soul. The soul is being. The soul is consciousness. It's just existing. I am. The soul says, I am. And that's it. And when the mind hears me say that, it says, what? You are what? What are you? I am what? What are you talking about? Right. The mind starts asking questions, which are thoughts. And I'm not saying that's bad, but that's what that is. Questions are thoughts, or a statement about what you are. I am this, I am that. Those are thoughts. To just say I am, I exist, that's consciousness, right? And consciousness is what's behind the mind, the awareness of thoughts and emotions, or metaphysical energy even, right? That's all the mind. Thoughts, emotions, metaphysical energy, that's the mind. The soul is the real, actual you behind the thought. You follow me? So there's a you, there is a you who is aware of thoughts and emotions. What is that? What is the awareness? What is the actual consciousness? When you say, oh, why did I think that? Right. Who is noticing? Who's the noticer? There's a you that notices thoughts and emotions. What is the noticer? Right. That's the soul, guys. That's your twin flame. And that is the being. So you can do whatever you want with your twin flame. The doing and the having doesn't matter. You can choose to be friends with them. You can be romantic with them. It doesn't matter. You pick whatever you want. I've coached over 3,000 students, and I've got students that are married to their twin flame, with their twin flame. You can go to my website right now and read testimonials from them. There's a link in the description box below. However, there's also students that choose to just be friends with their twin, and they pick a soulmate instead. That's what they wanted. They wanted somebody else. They changed their mind. And I know that sounds crazy to some of you watching, because some of you are still in this kind of darker, maybe dark night of the soul energy, where you're a little more desperate. And I was there, so I'm not judging. But that could be considered controversial to some people, to say that you could end up not with your twin flame. Most people do pick their twin flame, but some don't. And that's just the way it is. But see, here's the thing, guys. That's not the point of this journey. The point of this journey is your being. Okay, the doing and the having, it's just a byproduct. So do whatever you want. You can do or not do with your twin flame. It's completely up to you, guys. Totally up to you to decide what you're going to do or not do with your twin flame. To be friends with them and go off with a soulmate type connection instead, or be with your twin flame, or I don't want to be with anybody. I've got students who say, I'm just going to be by myself, and they're going to go straight, Yoda style, right? Like in solitude. So that's the deal, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It's up to you to decide if you're going to do that or not do it, but you got to start with being. Thank you for watching.